Hi everyone, how are you all doing? My name is Natalie. If this is the first time that you're watching my videos, thank you for stopping by. I hope that if you enjoy what I do and share on this channel, you can subscribe and share it with your friends. In this video, we are going to talk about this upcoming week astrology, and we will be talking about April 15 to 21st, 2024. Anyway, before we start, I just want to remind you all that to celebrate the new astrological year, Aries season, I am offering a 10% off on all my offerings. So if you're interested to book a session with me, whether this is astrology reading, or any healing session, tarot akashic records reading, all my information are in the description box below. Please check it out and go over to IG. You can DM me there or email me to schedule a booking. You can still grab that 10% off anytime before 19, which is this Friday. And I just also posted a Zoom online workshop that talks about the biggest aspect of this year, 2024, about Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in Taurus, which will happen for us this week. And I'll be hosting a Zoom workshop talking about it in depth, and I'll also do a mini chart reading for everyone that participate to let you all know that where is this conjunction happening in your own natal chart. If you want to participate, if you want to join us on Zoom, please email me as well. Check out the post I just post on the community page, and just email me if you have any question. So let's begin. We have a very busy and very activating week this week for all of us. So whatever aspect that you are feeling, just one rule of thumb in general for everybody: please take care of yourself, your energy, space out your schedule if you can. Don't pack it with everything and leave no spaces in between. Allow some rest time if you can, some personal me time if you can, because we have a lot of aspect happening. Mercury is still in retrograde, so all the Mercury need to-do lists, all the REs, right? And space out time for transportation and all that, okay? And on Tuesday, we do have Mercury retrograde conjuncting Chiron in Aries. This is the second time we have this aspect. The first time we had it was March 21st. This is the second, your part 2 of this Mercury Chiron story. And the next one will be in May 7, after Mercury station direct. So this is your part 2. You can reflect on what happens in late March. This can be, and also the Aries solar eclipse that we just had also conjunct Chiron. So and there's a lot of Chiron activation this week as well. So in a more general sense, maybe this week, maybe the past aspect and the solar eclipse perhaps trigger something for you, right? And everyone's human story is different. This can be an old wound that you have healed or thought you have healed, or that you're still healing from, maybe a past experience or trauma or whatever it is. This can also be a self-healing and self-discovery journey. We're talking about Chiron in Aries. This is maybe you finding yourself again, knowing yourself at a deeper level again, right? We all know that this journey never ends, and perhaps this week, because of all the Chiron activation, you are feeling it more. Something maybe resurfaced or has been surfacing, and you are talking about it. You're reflecting on it. Mercury is retrograding. So it's not over yet. So this is only part 2. Don't rush. Give yourself time and space to sit with it, to heal from it. Maybe perhaps this is about you expressing yourself, seeking help from a healer, a therapist, or whatnot, right? Do what's best for you to take care of yourself. And on 17, we have Venus conjuncting North Node in Aries. So this is all about you, what you desire and what you want. And you can be quite impulsive today, feeling that maybe the most straightforward way that this aspect can manifest is this is the one. I just know it, right? Conjuncting North Node in Aries, you might feel like you met the one today, that you're like, that's it for you, right? And of course, other than romantic relationship, this can also be about all the one-on-one relationship and money matters. Maybe you just have a strong sense of, I just know it's that person, or it's that situation, it's that decision, right? It's that business decision, because Venus talks about, money matters too. Maybe this is about investment, something that you loved, that brings you joy, right? Maybe you just feel a strong urge to just really follow your heart's desire today, to make that decision, to be your own person, to do what lights you up. And by all means do that if that's what feels right for you, right? And on the 19th, we have Mercury retrograde conjuncting Venus in Aries. So they're very close together, they're mingling and chatting with each other. This is about maybe talking or expressing yourself, right? Maybe this is about all the REs with your relationship and money matters, right? Mercury is in retrograde. Maybe you're reflecting, you're reevaluating. Maybe for some, this is about coming together to reconcile something, to make peace, to apologize of a relation situation, not just limited to romantic. Of course it can be, but it can also be friends or family members apologizing to each other, making peace with the situation. This can be about money matters, right? Making peace with some kind of money matters with someone or a certain situation. This is also a day where you might have tough conversation regarding to relationship or money, expressing yourself, your emotions, and how you feel, because we're talking about Venus in Aries, you being in touch with your emotion, how you truly feel, what you truly want from the situation, from the relationship, right? And also, just hours after that, on the same day, on the 19th, we have the Sun enter Taurus, kicking off Taurus season for all of us. This is going to be on the 19th, 10 p.m. Hong Kong time, or 19 on at 10 a.m. for Eastern time. So adjust the time according to where you are in the world. So this is going to be a very different energy, but because of the aspect that is happening, this might not feel very Taurus at all this week in the beginning of Taurus season. In a more general sense, Taurus season, come after Aries season, definitely kind of bring us a bit more calmness, a bit more groundedness to all of us, especially the Aries season we just had was quite chaotic because we did have a lot of aspect and it was eclipse season. So some of us, I know from some of my clients and friends I talk to, a lot's been happening, a lot's been unfolding, or just a lot's been happening in different areas of life, and maybe you're experiencing this energy as well. Hopefully the fixed earth sign Taurus will bring us some groundedness and some calmness to let us kind of feel more settled and allow us to slow down and give us time and space to really reflect on Aries season, the eclipses and everything that might serve us up or that got stirred up, right? And Taurus is a fixed earth sign. This is also the season where spring is being highlighted in the northern hemisphere, right? When the mother earth comes to life, when you see flowers blossoming, temperature rising, we're feeling that seasonal change. And Taurus is talking about our sensual physical experience on the earth. So this is very much, ruled by Venus. This is being in touch with our body, our sensual behavior and experience. We might be, checking out on the plants and flowers that's blossoming in the height of springtime, right? We're satisfying our senses, indulging in delicious food, and maybe perhaps resting, right? Aries season was rough with eclipses. Maybe we're treating ourselves, going on to a massage or a sound bath or whatever it is that smooth your soul, that allow you to slow down, be in touch with your body, your senses, your breathing, and allow you to be in the moment and be in the present again. Taurus also talks about money matters. So ironically, it's also the tax season. So perhaps, sometimes I always wonder if government use astrology as well, right? And maybe this is about you doing your taxes, of course, and maybe perhaps organizing your finance, your money matters, right? And we might talk about this, and we might see news about it, and stuff like that. And with what is happening in the world, and with the aspect that is happening this week, we definitely will see some headlines in the news. So the sun will stay in Taurus until May 20th. On the 20th, we have Mars in Pisces having a sextile with Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus, just hours before the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. So we are definitely feeling all these aspects together, along with a couple more other aspects. So 20th, 21st, the later part of the week is just full of aspect. And again, like I said, even though I point out the time for you, you're definitely feeling all these aspects energy this week already, if not earlier, and also afterwards. So I would say whatever I mentioned, if you're feeling it, totally normal, right? Just like in the beginning, like I said, space out your schedule, allow your time to have your me time to rest if it's possible. Take things slow, right? Try not to be reactive as possible. I think it's going to be quite hard with all this aspect, but try your best, right? Take care of yourself, your energy. Be gentle with yourself, but also others around you. So on the 20th, we do have Mars in Pisces sextile Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus. Mars just had a conjunction with Saturn last week, I believe, right? So it's quite a tough aspect. It's like a hard no, like a rejection, like a roadblock. Just things might not turn out the way you wanted, the way you expected, and so on and so forth. And this sextile with Jupiter and Uranus might ease up that energy for you, or it might allow you to see why certain things happen. And maybe this sextile will allow you to move the energy as well, to move that stuck or blocking energy, right? You might receive a no, you might feel like there's a rejection or a roadblock last week, and now maybe you're able to see through it to like, I understand why this happened now. And with the sextile, you can take action that will help alleviate it. Okay, a rejection might be just a redirection, and I see the other way now, and I'm able to maybe feel not as stuck anymore, see solution, right? And I can take action upon it, right? And just hours after this sextile, we have the biggest conjunction of the year happening, right? So all these energy, like I said, is talking to each other. Also, a quick word, this Mars sextiling this Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus can also serve as a preview as to what might happen later in summer, because later summer, the exact day will be around July 15 to 16, depending where you are in the world. Mars will have a conjunction with Uranus and in Taurus, right? So right now they're in sextile, but Mars will continue to move forward and come closer and closer with Uranus, and they will conjunct in the summer in Taurus. So make a mental note and see what's happening in your world this week, right? Because whatever happens this week might continue to unfold, and maybe this is just a preview, a seeding moment this week, and the action, what is really happening might not happen until later in mid-July in the summer as well. So just take a mental note, see what that might feel for you. Also check out, what house is ruled by Pisces and Taurus, because this energy is right now is in Pisces, but slowly moving to Taurus. So maybe check out what house is ruled by Taurus, of course, but also Pisces as well. Okay, so let's talk about this biggest conjunction of 2024 that every single one is talking about, that all the astrologers are excited and just, cannot wait to see what is really going to manifest for all of us, right? So this conjunction is going to happen with Jupiter and Uranus exactly at 21 degrees 49 minutes in the sign of Taurus, 10:27 a.m. Hong Kong time or 10:27 p.m. Eastern time on the 20th. So adjust the time according to where you are in the world. Jupiter and Taurus comes together and conjunct every 13 to 14 years. So you can take a mental note and see what happens. Think back to 2010 and 11. That was when the last conjunction of Jupiter and Uranus happened. Because it was also retrograde. The conjunction also happened during retrograde. So we had 3 times of that conjunction. So I want to give you the dates just in case it really hit something for you, right? I do want you to know. First time is 2010, June 8th. And this is in the sign of Aries, 0 degrees. And then they were in retrograde and conjunct again. In 2010, September 19 in the sign of Pisces at 28 degrees. And the third time this conjunction happened after both of them stationed direct is 2011, January 4th at Pisces, 27 degrees. So if you have any points or planet around there, I would say, late degrees of Pisces to 0, 1 degree in Aries, right? That's where is it happening. So let's say 25 in Pisces to 2 degrees in Aries. You probably felt it more, right? Your Aries house, more so maybe your Pisces house is experiencing that energy. I did record something crazy happen that really resonate with my own chart, and when you really reflect to it, that is why I dive into astrology and learn more about it and share with the world, share with you all, and become an astrologer and do consultations to help others, assist others to do the same as well. It is when you reflect on it, you're like, oh my God, wow, it really resonates. That really happened. Those energy really resonate and manifest. That is how we can then create awareness, know what's to come, what might come for us, be prepared, but also be flexible and able to know that we can work with the energy instead of just like accepting it, right? We can adjust, we can work with the energy instead. So take a look and see what that might mean for you. So that was the last Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. And the last time that this conjunction happened in the sign of Taurus, so exactly the same thing, Jupiter-Uranus in the sign of Taurus, that's way long time ago. And that was 1941 when Uranus and Jupiter conjunct in the sign of Taurus. And I hate to be the Debbie Downer, but that conjunction did happen in 1941 during World War II. Am I saying that this time when we have this conjunction is going to forecast and call in a World War III? No. I'm not trying to create fear and saying that we will be in World War III, even though a lot of people already think that this might happen. This is not to give energy to that, but to have the awareness. Astrology is always reflecting on history to see what might happen, but also then what can we do to maybe not call in the same thing, or to allow ourselves to be prepared, work with the energy, right? But we did also see something, not just doom and gloom, right? During that time, because men went on and fight the World War II, it allowed women to really take charge and be more visible and more in the work, labor force and movement. It really brings in that power of woman as well, which we also kind of see, right? Don't you think? Sometimes as above, so below. So perhaps we might see some, which we already see, some major movement in the labor force movement, maybe in perhaps women's right? And of course, we already know that there's a lot of places that is experiencing and struggling with war. So we might see more news, but I want to lean into that positive energy from Jupiter and say that something better will be come out from this conjunction, right? But on a personal level, you might also receive a surprise, maybe an awakening moment, an epiphany, a revelation, right? This can be very internal for you. Maybe this conjunction will get you unstuck, right? Give you a wake-up call, aha moment, that you need to realize something, that you need to take action on something, that you need to actualize something, right? Whatever it is. Because again, like I said, everyone's chart is different. You need to know where is it happening for you in your own natal chart, and everybody's human story is different. So you might experiencing this energy very differently compared to someone else, right? And this, like I said, since it's such a big conjunction, you probably won't just feel it at, it's gonna happen 10:27 a.m. I'm gonna feel this and then that's it, right? No, it's not like that. That's when the aspect exactly happened, but you're definitely feeling it before and after as well. Maybe you have been feeling this energy already, right? Maybe since Jupiter entered Taurus May last year, 2023, to activate, to really initiate this aspect's energy as well. And Uranus is all about breaking free and wanting independence. So this aspect with Jupiter coming together, it might magnify that. You might really want to be a little bit like rebellious. You're seeking freedom and independence from something that is fixed, that's feel like a routine in your life. You want to break free from that, right? Taurus is a fixed earth sign. Maybe you want to break away from a routine, a habit, or whatnot, or something that you're stuck in, and move into something new that you can grow. Again, like Taurus, right? You want to break free from maybe a long-term habit to move into a new habit that you continue to grow, nurture, Taurus, right? Into something that maybe make this part of your life, this area of your life better. So this can be how this aspect is manifesting for you as well. And like I said, this aspect is happening once every 13 to 14 years. So this week might just be that seeding moment. It might just be that initial, maybe you have a thought coming in this week or next week, right? And it will slowly actualize, slowly manifest, slowly ground and be nurtured into reality in the years to come, right? Piggybacking from, I've been listening to a lot of different astrology podcasts, so I can't even remember who this was, but an astrologer was talking about how he shared this aspect manifest for him. So during the exact conjunction, he met his wife, but they just met and they did not go on dates or get married until more than a year later. But that conjunction was kind of the seeding moment. They meet around that conjunction happened, and they continued to get closer and closer, and eventually they got married more than a year later, this aspect. So for you, it can also be like that, a seeding moment of something, of a revelation, epiphany, aha moment, like I said, awakening. And it might call in something that will grow and manifest and actualize later on, right? So don't rush and don't think that, oh my God, nothing is happening, I didn't expect it, what, you know. Just take a mental note and see, what are you thinking? What comes to mind? Did you have some sort of epiphany or realization about certain things or an area of your life, right? Or maybe this is a conversation that you'll be having in this or next couple weeks, right? Give your time that space and see what pops up for you, right? On a collective level, Jupiter and Uranus conjunction can also be some kind of breakthrough, new discovery with technology, AI, science, right? Uranus is talking about all those kind of stuff. We might see a breakthrough on a medical discovery, or maybe, we discover a new planet, you know? Or maybe this is about something about Taurus, right? Cryptocurrency, finance market, our food system, right? Our world finance, our earthly resources, agriculture, and our Mother Earth. We see a lot of development in this area since Uranus entered Taurus in 2018, right? And it really ramped up since May last year when Jupiter joined Uranus in Taurus as well. Like thinking back, we did see a lot of innovative ideas with vegan food and products since 2018. And just a quick example. So I was just kind of, researching and looking back into history. There's this company called Just. A lot of you might know this brand from the vegan egg, the Just egg that they developed. This company is founded in 2011, but not until 2019 that they acquired the first manufacturing plant, which is shortly after Uranus entered Taurus. And they increased their sales more than 100% in 2020. So we can see this, see this pattern, this energy really bumping up for this company, right? And fun fact, in 1938, when Uranus was in Taurus, that was when chocolate chip cookie was invented. So who knows? We did see a lot of interesting food being invented during this time, the past few years. So we might see more, right? On the flip side, we do see our food system having a lot of problems, and it's being amplified the past few years as well with climate change, with the pandemic, farming issues, deforestation, how these really is affecting our food system and the world that we're living in. Where's our food coming from? How are they farming them? How's the agriculture system doing, right? And we also see, the water problems. There's ocean, being contaminated with human activities, right? And we also see farmers protesting in India and now also in Europe and other parts of the world. Maybe this will amplify, who knows? But maybe this is what needed to create some needed change for us as well. Wars happening, and we all know that how people in Gaza is suffering, right? They're deliberately stripped off from food, from water and resources. This is a problem, and I want to hope for the best. I always want to stay optimistic. I really hope this aspect is going to bring in that Jupiter energy to alleviate that, especially for people in Gaza that are struggling to survive, with food and resources. I really, really hope this aspect can open up and bring in more aids for that, bringing an end to the war. I also want to be honest and give you how all these energy can be manifest too, right? There's always both sides of energies. But of course, I want to give you, the spectrum of how this aspect can manifest. And we want to stay optimistic and send out good energy and hope that Jupiter can come through and bring in more goodness and positive aspect to all of us, for our highest good, right? And also, also want to mention, piggybacking from the astrology podcast, a comet called Brooks is also going to cross the ecliptic around this time, later in April, and not very far from this conjunction. We don't know if it's visible yet, but there are chances that this might be visible, and this comet only comes and become visible every, I think, 80 years or so. So And also on the same day, we have other aspect. We have Venus conjuncting Chiron in Aries. This can be a very tender and healing aspect, right? And maybe we do need that with all this energy comes together. This can be a day where you also want to tend to your relationship and money matters, talking about it, healing it, making sense of it, and so on and so forth. And about that comet, because there's ancient omen about how comet can also feel and have message from that has an energy that is similar to an eclipse. So, and definitely with this conjunction, along with all these aspects, this week really feels like a wild card to me. And this week, a wild card moment might come in for you as well. And with all this aspect coming together, I just want everyone to take a mental note to take care of your energies, like I said, right? Leave room in your schedule. We do have Mercury retrograde in the background. Be a little bit extra cautious to avoid injuries and accident, because we do have Mars involved, right? Since Mars and Uranus is involved, they're sextiling each other, even though it's a positive energy, but I still do want you to be extra cautious and be more protective to yourself to avoid unnecessary injuries as well, right? Your mental energy, right? Have enough sleep, stay hydrated, eat nutritious food, stay healthy, and give yourself time to rest if you can. Okay, we're definitely gonna see major news pop up, and this is what is happening this week. I know it's a lot. I do hope that that you all can take care of your energies. So because this forecast is already so long, I will skip and not do the card reading for all of us, right? I want us to all take care of our energies. So I hope this message helps. I hope you find something useful from it, and do comment below. Let me know how you're doing. How are you feeling all this aspect? Maybe come back after the week and let me know as well. Again, a few more days with the 10% off. So if you're interested in getting a reading from me, or scheduling any kind of akashic tarot reading, or any distant Reiki energy healing sessions, feel free to contact me, email me, follow me on Instagram. And again, I love doing all this for all of you. So please, if you find it useful, share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel. And in the meanwhile, take care of yourself. I'll see you again next time. Wishing you all a great week ahead. We'll get through this aspect, and I'll see you on the other side. Take care and bye.